And we'd like to welcome you to Henry Clay High School side of the 42nd District Semifinal. Chris LeVar along with former Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. It's Scott County off to a very quick deficit of 3-0. Kate Baker, Murray on the board for the Broncos.
Quick start from three-point range for the Broncos. Outside shooting is a strength of theirs. They got it all, Chris. They can go inside out.
Winner of this game will take on the winner of our first semifinal tomorrow night between Henry Clay and Bryan Station. The two winners will meet Friday at 6 p.m. Frederick Douglass 19-10 coming in. And Scott County 11-14. And how about that? The Broncos back-to-back three-point field goals. Nia Rhodes is in. A Scott County timeout. We'll step aside. Back in 30 seconds on Glycod.com.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Frederick Douglass by an early 6-0 count. Kate Baker, Nia Rhodes connecting on a three. And Scott County with a basket in transition.
Much needed basket. Great timeout by Coach Helton to settle his team down, and it converts to a bucket for them.
That's Belle Banner with a field goal, 5'6" sophomore. Here's Nia Rhodes, 15-footer, swirls out. Darrington will maintain possession as it's touched last by Belle Banner. Interesting matchup as these two teams meeting for the third time this year. Broncos winning both handily. Rhodes on the inbound. And Jaylee Knowles cleans it up for the Broncos. She'll leave it short. There's Darrington. And Frederick Douglass Murray, 3 offensive rebounds.
Yes, Coach Hilton was very concerned about the glass versus a big athletic Frederick Douglass team. And right there in that trip down the floor, 3 offensive rebounds?
Ayana Darrington for a pair. Broncos come into this one off a loss at top-ranked Sacred Heart on Friday. They finished up with 2 very difficult road games last week. Preceding the Valkyrie setback was a loss at Anderson County on Wednesday. Scott County breaks the press. Jumper in transition is off from Malia Moore. And Darrington will clean it up for the Broncos. And poked out possession will stay with Scott County. And that's a great response on the inbound. That's Kaylin Perry, the lone senior for Scott. Murray will talk about some keys in depth, but a really good beginning for Scott. Only down 3 early. There's Rhodes driving, and nice on-ball defense as the Cardinals in transition. For the tie, that one a little bit short. As Nia Rhodes collects the Douglass rebound.
I like Scott County's approach. They have nothing to lose tonight. You've lost twice big to Frederick Douglass. Come out guns blazing, and if you're open, shoot it. And that may get some positive momentum for Scott County.
Rhodes will wheel it to Jaylee Knowles. Tamaya Maxwell on the floor for Douglass as Rhodes blocked on the closeout as Scott County with the rejection. And leaking out for the basket are the Cardinals. Summers with the basket. The Broncos call a quick 30-second timeout. So 8-7, Frederick Douglass with the lead. We told you about the 2 prior meetings, Scott County and Douglass. It's been pretty even, at least this series anyway. However, Douglass winners of 7 straight matchups.
Yeah, Douglas has dominated Scott County here lately. 7 straight wins. That's probably 3 years worth of games right there.
Jaylee Knowles to face some full court pressure, and Maxwell provides the relief.
Something with Douglas, they have 3 or 4 players that can advance the ball down the floor.
And Darrington a focal point early on the post entry. Two early Scott County fouls as Darrington back to the free throw line. Now 2 of 3. This young lady certainly poses a matchup issue for whomever the Broncos line up against.
And that's why she's a Division I signee and Region 11 Player of the Year.
Darrington with 3 early points. And Scott County turns it over on the inbound. That's not going to make Coach Helton very happy on that far sideline. Margin for error in this game very thin for them. And perhaps a turnover the other way. Nice deflection. It looked like that was Summers, Nehemiah Summers, that got a hand on it. That caused the miscue.
With Douglas, when you play a team the 3rd time and you've beat them handily both times, sometimes your concentration level will not be where it needs to be.
Darrington feeds Rhodes back to Baker, the trailer. So the Cardinals with back-to-back turnovers. As Knowles, crafty touch, did not get the roll. Maxwell on the backside. And Scott County with their 3rd foul of this opening quarter. Be on Kaylin Perry. We said last night we don't call her a Katy Perry.
Right.
As Maxwell connects on the free throw. Maxwell perhaps one of the wild cards for this Douglas offense. They know they're going to get points from Rhodes and Darrington, Knowles as well. But between Baker and Maxwell, if one of those can perhaps register double figures, it's going to be a tough team to beat.
They're going to be a tough out for whoever they face this district tournament. Many would say one of the favorites possibly to have another trip to the state championship, the Sweet 16 on the girls' side.
There's Darrington up for 2 more. Awfully easy as the Broncos lead grows to a touchdown. And a turnover as Scott County losing it in transition. There's Darrington drawing a double team. Nice unselfish pass to Maxwell. And the Cardinals, Bill Banner on the floor, and the Cardinals going to call another 30-second timeout. So Scott County will pause play. Frederick Douglass by an early 7 count. We're 4 minutes deep, and we'll have more after this from Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Scott County in the half court, down 7 and void of a couple of timeouts early as they try to stay in this game against heavily favored Frederick Douglass. Here's a corner 3, well orchestrated 3-point field goal. Summers connecting.
So big-time shots. My concern for Scott County coming into this game, they shot a whole bunch of layups last night and did not have to hit perimeter jump shots. And tonight, those layups will not be there because of Darrington and Knowles in the paint. So they're going to have to shoot the ball from the perimeter.
Cardinals with 2 early 3-point field goals, and they're piling up fouls. That's 4 of them as Knowles drives to the bucket. Jaylee Knowles, the free throw line for 2. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better freshman in girls high school basketball than Jaylee Knowles. 10 points, 6 rebounds on the year.
Yeah, Coach Moberly shared she's already getting some Division I attention, and rightfully so. The young lady has potential to be a star.
As the Cardinals trying to make it 2-point game as it's pinballed around, and there's Darrington rejecting Scott County's Bell Banner. Now Knowles spinning, and she'll travel. Maya Maxwell out as McKaylee Bennett checks in for Frederick Douglass. And another turnover as Scott County trying to attack in full court.
McKaylee Bennett for Frederick Douglass is instant energy for them and just changes the tempo of the game for
There's
Frederick Douglass.
Darrington, great find, and Jaylee Knowles will put it in. Knowles her first field goal. And there's Darrington racing at both ends to clean it up. Knowles again from Darrington. That's a part of Darrington game that's really grown, her ability to pass the ball. That one going to be short possession back to Douglass.
Yeah, she's very unselfish. I think she's a young lady that could easily average 20-plus points a game, but she's unselfish and tries to make the right play for her teammates.
Nice strong drive, and Summers tries to clean it up, and we're going to have the first Douglass foul of this first quarter. Going to be on McKaylee Bennett as Summers trots back to the free throw line. Summers a 5'7" junior. This is a Scott County team that's very young. We told you only one senior. But some promising young players. And they're playing hard for a very sound head coach. Knowles spins left. Nice rejection. Kirsten Young checks in, gets the block shot for Scott County. Wonderful pass for Purcell ahead for the layup.
Scott County's unafraid. They've come in. They got nothing to lose. You lose tonight, your season's over, so why hold back?
McKaylee Bennett will travel as the Cardinals this time converting in fast break as they now trail by 5.
Great pass with the finish right there.
This is the element of their game, though. They've really got to clean up to win this game, and that's minimizing the turnovers. Reagan Gregonis is on for Douglass. There's Kate Baker. Little short Darrington will try one more time, and there's just no answer on the backboard.
Some would think, is she padding her stats? But no, she's just an excellent athlete and can jump twice before most opponents can jump once.
Malia Moore sneaks in for the putback. The lead at 5 more. Scott County's leading scorer, 12 on the year with her first field goal. An incredible first 5 minutes plus in this game, and there's Rhodes with a big 3.
Nia Rhodes can flat out shoot the ball.
Rhodes with 6. Scott County will watch Douglas connect on 3 early 3-point field goals. As Purcell out, as well as Kaylin Perry for Scott County. And Douglas with possession and the balance of this first quarter. Been a well-played offensive game for both teams to start. There's Darrington around to Bennett. And Bennett, nice find. Off the mark from Baker in the corner. Gregonis cleans it up. There's Nia Rhodes off, and that's going to take us to quarter number 2. Frederick Douglass 19-10 coming in, and they lead Scott County by 8 after 1 second quarter. Right after this from Glycod.com.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a 4-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Henry Clay High School, the host side for the 42nd District Basketball Tournament. First of 2 tonight. The second one will feature number 1 Boise Bryan Station. They'll host the 4th seed Sayre. Sayre defeating Scott County last night. Bryan Station with a bye. There's Nia Rhodes. Over to Kate Baker. And Rhodes steers it in. Loose ball, and Scott County will watch Douglas have possession. There's some confusion between the scores table and the officials as to who has the arrow.
Well, a lot of times the official will carry it in their pocket if the scores table forgets to change the arrow.
Which I believe is exactly what happened in that sequence. Murray, what's the key for Scott County to handle this pressure?
Well, you have to have great spacing. You got to meet your passes. And you have to have confidence with the basketball. If you're scared and unconfident with the ball, Douglas is just going to get up into you and not give you any space to make the pass that is needed.
And a foul whistled up top. Be on McKaylee Bennett. Take a look at the officials. Mike Ayers, along with John Combs and Michelle Thornton, tonight's officiating crew.
Had a brief conversation with Michelle Thornton prior to the game, and she expressed that she's a professor at Berea College, and she officiates to give a positive image to young ladies. I thought that was very commendable and needed for our youth today.
That's wonderful. That's a shot a little bit short. Rebound procured by Kate Baker. Reagan Gregonis flips up a three. And Gregonis in for her second three-point field goal of the season. There's Nehemiah Summers driving and blocked out of bounds. It will stay Scott County. Cardinals inbound underneath, and certainly a dire opportunity as they try to carve into this deficit. Nice offensive board work. That's two misses underneath from Jessica Horn. And Nia Rhodes, a strong drive, and there's Darrington to clean it up. What a physical drive by Darrington.
You know, as a teammate, it's really, you don't understand how big Darrington is for Douglas. You can shoot shots, you can miss a shot, and she's going to clean it up. She's the eraser for them.
And Scott County going to call another timeout. The lead growing and growing, a 17-point Frederick Douglass lead. More coverage from the 42nd District right after this pause from Glycott.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
$17-point Douglas lead as we welcome you back to Henry Clay High School. 5:46 remaining in this first half. And a very sound start for the top-seeded Broncos.
Yes, they're off to the start that Coach Moberly needed from them. He expected it. Speaking with him earlier today, he was excited about the opportunity and felt his team was ready for tournament play.
There's Summers in the corner. And Scott County will net a couple of free throws after the second Bronco foul of this second quarter. Summers with 6, leading Scott County player thus far. Cardinals defeat Sayre last night 65-25. That was a really solid win for them.
Yes, it was, and Coach Helton was very excited about the opportunity to go to the second night and have a shot at the top-seeded Broncos.
There's Darrington again, and she gets it down that close. It's Katie Barr the door.
As Shaq says on TNT, barbecue chicken.
Darrington. How about Rhodes running the floor for the completion? Nia Rhodes with 10. Darrington 3 assists already, and there's a steal. Rhodes in the corner.
Whoa.
And the Broncos clicking on all cylinders. Rhodes with 3 3-point field goals. And it looks like possession going to be Scott County. Jaylee Knowles touched it last. Broncos carving up Scott County. Rhodes running the floor there. Gregonis has another from the same spot.
They are. They're clicking on all cylinders. This is getting, wow, another steal.
Will be Scott Ball. Broncos makers of 6 3-point field goals in the first 11 minutes of this game. That's going to be short from Malia Moore. as Knowles navigates her way into front court. Darrington, a great catch and a foul on Scott County.
It's just not much you can do about when you have a post player that can run the floor. She steals the basketball. She can lay it on the floor. She rim runs. She does everything but sweep the floor for Frederick Douglass.
Well, the ability to make that catch, maintain her pivot foot, and then explode up for the basket. That's a major separator. And certainly for DJ Moberly, the difficult schedule they played all season long, his hope Murray was going to provide them with the ability to have another deep run in the postseason.
Yeah, that's why you do it. You know, when you're in a secure situation as far as your job and you know you have a state contender, you want to go out and play the best. And therefore, it'll prepare you for tournament play.
Boy, they look good. Miami King drives, oh my, and a foul underneath on Kirsten Young of Scott County. King, another body that Coach Moberly can go to off the bench, 5'9" sophomore. And we haven't even talked about a very promising 8th grade group either.
Right. No, Douglass is going to be around for a while. Their women's basketball program is definitely healthy.
Perhaps one of the favorites in the 11th along with Franklin County. And Kirsten Young will ricochet that ball off of a Bronco. We'll update the ticker at halftime. Lots of action ongoing inside the districts that funnel into the 11th region. And great effort, but just an unforced turnover as Kaylin Perry will shuffle it out of bounds.
Well, when you catch that ball in the corner in the trap, you got to look up the floor to your sideline, middle, and reversal. She never looked up the floor.
There's Nia Rhodes swerving in. King with the rebound and a held ball. So the arrow staying with the Broncos. Rhodes forced off the line. And a nice overplay and theft. That's Summers with the poke away. And racing back is King for the corral for Douglass. Very sound first half and a play on by the Berea instructor. And a foul underneath. This time we do have a whistle. We'll be on Scott County's Kaylin Perry. Coach Helton, his 24th season at Scott County, 8th most wins amongst active Kentucky head coaches. And we'll talk more about DJ Moberly and what he's done at Douglass. We'll talk about him specifically in the second half. One of the area's top young coaches. And it's going to score it out of bounds. Will stay with the Broncos. And Murray, in a day and age where there's a lot of turnover, good to see a coach stay one place for so long.
Hey, he answers to himself. He's also the athletic director and assistant principal at Scott County. But Coach Hilton's a legendary coach, a pleasure to talk to. Actually interviewing him last night, I told him, hey, you're a pro's pro. And really enjoyed talking to him.
Well, it was great for him to promote his program as well. Kirsten Young joined us. We take a look at Steve's bio, if you will. 2-time 11th Region Coach of the Year. And whenever you win 2 out of every 3, boy, that's a high water praise.
Right, and an interesting dynamic on his staff. I believe 2 of the young ladies played for him, and one of the young ladies on his bench is actually his wife. So they share this journey together. It gives them something to talk about all the time. Well, I told them that's a cheat code.
Well, this program has a lot of success, and similar to the boys program, I think it's going to take them a bit to get back to where they were with the opening of Great Crossing, but a very proud girls tradition at Scott County as well.
First name that comes to mind for me is Yakari Figs.
Oh, absolutely. Just over 3 minutes left. Rhodes flaunts a baseline jumper. And the rebound snared by Belle Banner of Scott County, and she's going to take it all the way to the basket, and Rhodes closes for the foul.
Douglas foul number 4, Nia Rhodes, her first, team's third of the quarter.
Both teams now with 3 fouls in this second quarter. We played 5 minutes. Frederick Douglass led 24-15 after 1.
Substitution for Douglas, number 3, Kate Baker, and number 24, Via Major, and for Scott County, number
Sayre Bryan Station in the nightcap. We hope to catch up with one of the head coaches leading into that broadcast. And the Broncos with possession as Gregonis. Makers of 2 threes in the same spot for Douglas as she'll weave her way. Now Gregonis flips it up, and a Scott County foul.
Scott County foul, number 3, Belle Banner. That's her first.
First foul on Belle Banner, and Gregonis, a blossoming young player as well as a sophomore.
Shooting 2.
Gregonis with 7 now, season high for her. And the lead at 8, rather at 29 after Gregonis has put up 8. And a held ball. The arrow will stay Scott County.
Stay against Scott County's direction.
Douglas threw a knockout punch at the beginning of the second quarter, and now it's kind of flattened out, and Scott County's not going to just chuck it in and not compete the rest of the game. They're too well coached and very well respected program to do that.
There's Kirsten Young veering left, strong drive, and an and one.
And 1. Field goal, Kirsten Young.
Kirsten Young, her first field goal. And good to see her use the left hand.
Now, Coach Hilton said she's a very skilled basketball player, as you can see on this drive right here, to get the hoop and the harm.
Young now with 3. And the well-dressed DJ Moberly going to call a 30-second timeout, or is he? What was that about?
I think it was a bench warning.
Okay.
You're up 26 points. I don't know what you would say to the ref.
That's floated off the mark. And out of bounds to Douglas. The other girls' semi tomorrow will have Bryan Station and Henry Clay. That game appears, at least on paper anyway, to be pretty evenly matched. Just over 2 minutes now in this first half. Frederick Douglass has been in control from the outset. It started with a Kate Baker 3. There's Baker. She might be the wild card this year, Murray.
Yeah, she's definitely has the ability to be that, like you said, the wild card when you have such stars as Darrington and Knowles.
Young hoists a 3 that's short, cradled by King, and Gregonis finds Major, and Navia's off the mark. And again, Douglas dominating the backboard. It's been the theme of this first half. Nice find underneath. Maxwell clobbered from behind. The 5th team Scott County foul.
It's good execution versus the zone. The high ball screen, getting in, hitting the weak side, and then going inside with it. Great execution by Douglas there.
You know, the way the Broncos have shared it in this first half, I think certainly has to make Coach Moberly happy. The free throw off the mark while you were away. And Maxwell back for one more. And Scott County claims a rebound. That one's going to bounce out. And a very impressive first pair of quarters for top-seeded Frederick Douglass. They averaged 64 points on the year and well on their way. Halfway to a C-note. Major threads the needle underneath, and a Scott County foul. Pass intended for Miami King. Cardinals only 6 points in this quarter as the 8th grader Navia Major for 2.
She's another reason Coach Moberly is excited about the future of the program. Anytime you can play an 8th grader in the district tournament semifinal and feel comfortable with them on the floor, you got something.
And Douglas misfiring on a couple of recent free throws. Nice strong drive, and the left hand as well as Diamond Purcell is on the board. Purcell with 4. Major hoist to 3, and there's King. Rebound secured by Summers at 3. Baker stepped on the sideline, and that's going to conclude the first half. Frederick Douglass, a very impressive first half. They lead Scott County 50-23. We'll have more coverage from the 42nd District Basketball Tournament after this timeout from Glycod.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
Welcome back to Henry Clay High School. 50-23 Frederick Douglass lead at half as we welcome you back. Been a very impressive first pair of quarters for the top-seeded Broncos, and they lead Scott County 50-23. Up next, we'll chat with Sayre boys coach Rob Goodman. He'll join our Murray Garvin in that conversation when you come right back to glycod.com.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglass High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Here in Henry Clay High School for the 42nd District Tournament with head boys basketball coach, Coach Goodman of Sayre School. Coach, survive and advance is the name of the game. Great win last night. Now tonight you got the number 1 seed, Bryan Station Defenders.
Well, it was significant just simply for the fact that, we did advance. Scott County is it's a named program, and beating, that's the first time actually we beat them in postseason. So, our guys are excited, and we didn't play well. It was not a pretty game to watch, but we did advance, and now we got another shot at Bryan Station, so we're excited to be here.
I know one game this season, Kaufman had a career night against Bryan Station. Will it take that type of night tonight, or can it be a total team effort?
Well, obviously we prefer a total team effort. We've got so many guys that can score in various ways. Brock is special, and he's capable of having a career night at any time. And I've said all along, I think he's one of the most underrated guards in the city. But we don't want to have to rely on one person. We hope that we got multiple guys here tonight step up and do their job and rebound the ball and put some points on the board.
What's your strategy for guarding the Bryan Station transition offense?
Well, we talked about that. You got to get back on missed shots. You got to have somebody back. They get out quick, and they want to push that ball. So we've got to make sure we're back and contain around the basket and make sure they're taking jump shots, not layups, to the best of our ability. If we're not, it's going to be a long night.
One of the things I've noticed about Bryan Station, and I say this on the air, the possession begins when the shot goes up. Can you keep them off the glass?
Well, as I told you last night, I think any time you're playing city basketball, the key is rebounding. If you can keep Station off the glass and you can go get rebounds yourself, you got a chance to win the game. And that's true with anybody, Douglas, Henry Clay, everybody. If you're competitive in the rebounding game, you're going to be competitive in the game.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we wish you nothing but success tonight here at Henry Clay High School for the semifinal round of the boys 42nd District Tournament. Excuse me, I'm jumping ahead, Coach.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm predicting something. Join us tonight immediately following the girls' contest.
The confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cardtown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Second half coming up next. Frederick Douglass leading Scott County second half on the way back from Glycod.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Frederick Douglass leading 50-23 as we welcome you back. Chris LeBar along with former Paul Lawrence Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. It's great to have you with us. Scott County in a big deficit to start this second half. How long would you expect Douglass to stay with their starters?
Well, it's hard to say. According to what Scott County does early in the third quarter will determine how long they stay on the floor. But I would be concerned that you play Tuesday and then you don't play again until, Friday?
Yeah, Friday night at 6 p.m.
Right. So you want your girls to keep their rhythm.
It's a shot off the mark, rebound claimed by Darrington. And Jaylee Knowles out with it for Douglass. Nice pass underneath, and Maxwell could not complete it. Darrington for 2 more. Broncos have really shared the ball well. And Scott County connecting on a 3. Malia Moore now with 5. And Darrington back for 2 more.
That quick.
Now, certainly you can see the strategy for Scott County in this half, and that's to shoot a lot of threes as Rhodes clears it for Douglass. And Darrington. The Broncos going to call a timeout. Coach Moberly, or just an inadvertent stop. Apparently a Scott County player will be asked to tie a shoe. The lead at 30, on the verge of a running clock. That's off the mark from Summers. Rhodes. She's got another one, does Nia Rhodes, her fourth, made 3 tonight.
Just so well coached and so skilled, Frederick Douglass. Very impressed with how they do things.
Rhodes with 80 made threes on the year. As this one well out of sorts, as we're going to have a Scott County blocking foul.
Scott County foul number 4, Kirsten Young. That's her 4th personal foul.
And when Rhodes is making shots, this is a dynamic team, and she certainly can go either way at times.
Right. What impressed me about that play is that Darrington catches the ball in the middle of the floor versus the trap. She doesn't waste any time, doesn't put it on the floor, advances it to Rhodes for the open 3.
Scott County, the first to sub here in this half. I'll bring on Diamond Purcell as well as Jessica Horn. And the Broncos the first to 60.
You know, Chris, I'm grateful I hadn't coached any games where there's a running clock, but what is the rule in Kentucky?
36.
36 goes to a running clock in basketball.
Yeah,
okay.
36. Well, actually, they're going to say 35. I beg your pardon. So 35 points. With 5:23 left. Moore long off the mark. And out of bounds. Possession to the Broncos.
This game is being played with a running clock.
Well, that's not an announcement I'd want to hear if I was the opposing coach. They come on the PA and say this game's going to a running clock. The scoreboard says enough.
There's Knowles baseline. Cleans up the miss, and there's Jay Lee for 2 more. We've seen the Broncos a bunch this year. Not sure they've been as crisp as they've been tonight on offense.
Yeah, this is the best that we've seen.
And a Scott County foul. There you see Coach Moberly, 4th season on the farm, 64% winner, 73-42 for DJ. And this program certainly in great hands with him at the helm.
Absolutely. Frederick Douglass Athletics is one of the premier high school programs in the state of Kentucky. And his girls basketball team is one of the reasons why.
Knowles' shot is off the mark. And Scott County will have possession under 4 minutes in this third quarter. And Amaya Maxwell back to commit the Bronco foul. Taking a look at DJ's bio, if you will. 04 grad of Clark Atlanta. Well, a former assistant at Tate's Creek. One thing I've learned in covering games up here, Murray, a lot of these coaches have coached at multiple FCPS locations.
Yes, it's kind of how you build a resume and you get to know people. I often tell young coaches the people you need to learn and build relationships with are assistant principals, because one day they become principals and they hire you.
There's Kate Baker. She's had a great game tonight. Down underneath, Darrington. And Ayana Darrington for 2 more. Baker with the assist. We hope to catch up with DJ in between games, as his Broncos will advance to the 11th region tournament, win or lose in their outcome on Friday. Malia Moore going to try another attempt, and there's Darrington. Flat-footed, got the rebound anyway. There's Nia Rhodes back to the trailer, and King clobbered, and she'll have a pair. It'll be on Jessica Horn as the Broncos in transition, and at least for the night anyway, they've either scored or drawn a foul. Sayre and Station coming up next. Certainly talk in much more depth about that game. Bryan Station, 2 wins versus Sayre on the season by an average of 12 points. And I think Coach Goodman, in his conversation with you, he's realistic in terms of what his group needs to win tonight.
Yes, he understands that if they don't box out tonight and compete on the glass, that they don't stand much of a chance versus this Bryan Station. I call it a machine.
Well, Station on short rest for Sayre, and Station so much depth. The well-rested team, and could be a tall chore.
Absolutely.
As the free throw off the mark. Just over 2 minutes left in this third quarter. And there's an and one. Basket goes for Scott County. Kaylin Perry gets the roll. Nia Rhodes guilty of her second foul. And the clock idle now with a free throw. So Scott County's season will end at 11-15. And the Broncos will register win number 20 on the year as Bennett shuffles it up top.
The ultimate goal is 20-win seasons, regional tournament appearances, and if you're really good, you measure it by, do you get to the big dance of the Sweet 16?
That's exactly where the Broncos are going to try to visit for the second consecutive season. That shot is off the mark, and there's Darrington. She can put those back in her sleep.
She rebounds her own misses, or puts me in the mind of Moses Malone back when I was a kid.
Well, you've worked Malone in, Hakeem Olajuwon this year. We've also worked in Mike Jaminski. That shot is up and in for Scott County.
Right, I'm a basketball junkie. I've been watching it since I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
There's Gregonis. That's a great take for Gregonis. Everything but the basket. Darrington for 2 more points. Douglas pasting Scott County. Remnants of this third quarter. And a Gregonis foul. 3 free throws looming. I believe we're going to have an untimed free throw as the foul occurred prior to the completion of this third quarter. So 3 free throws made for Scott County's Malia Moore. That'll take us to the fourth quarter. Douglas on their way. They lead Scott County handily on Glycod.
The confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cardtown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Henry Clay High School, the great venue for District 42 tournament this week. Semifinal round, Scott County, Frederick Douglass. Broncos have never trailed. It's been a very impressive performance by Frederick Douglass, and they'll take on the winner of our semifinal tomorrow between Henry Clay, the host school, and Bryan Station. And certainly either opponent going to have a tall order to beat Douglass if they replicate this performance.
Yes, they will. You know, Darrington and Rhodes are two of the top players in the region. And when the rest of the girls come with their A games, Douglass is a tough out, especially in the district.
So Scott County going to try to head into the postseason with some positives. They started this game very strongly, and Allison Mosby found underneath. Miami King called. Several new faces on the floor. Got Peyton Okerley on for Douglass, 5'8" freshman. Aaliyah Cheek is out there as well. As Mosby, the first 2 points unofficially tonight for Scott County. There's Bennett penetrating for two. A foul underneath on Scott County. What have you liked best regarding Douglass tonight?
Well, just their energy. Coming out early in the game and really having great intensity on the defensive end, and then they started rolling offensively. I thought that was big for them. I was taught early on that every coach has a plan until you get hit. And once Scott County got hit with the Douglass onslaught, they never really responded.
Well, there was a span. Rhodes hit 2 threes. Gregonis hit a 3. In a span of about 90 seconds, it appeared. And there's Gregonis again for 2. Been the best game of her season tonight. Gregonis in double figures with 10.
And it's at the right time. You know, as a coach, you want a role player to have a peak performance come tournament time.
Purcell with a nice attempt, just didn't get the bounce, and a rebound off of Scott County. 3 Cardinals check in. And Coach Helton going to give some younger players the opportunity as his team, a game effort this week, played very well last week, or last night rather. (77-38) Bronco lead. We will tell you this score does not mirror what's at the site, but we do believe that this score is accurate. Broncos well in command. And Scott County with the turnover. And the Cardinals turn it over, and that's been a constant theme as this Bronco pressure has really caused some stress.
Even with the young lady Broncos, they still keep up the defensive pressure. That's one thing they do top to bottom very well.
McKaylee Bennett ushers it in the corner. Okerley short on a 3. That's off underneath, and the arrow will stay Douglass with 5 minutes plus and a running clock. Certainly the thought coming in, Broncos would be the big favorite in this game, but perhaps a surprise as to how well they've executed.
Yeah, with the start they had, they got off early, and the momentum just kept going. Like you said, everybody was making the shot. It was like throwing a rock in the ocean.
Layla Hudspeth is off, but they've rebounded the ball all night long. This time it's coughed up. And Scott County will hang on to it as Purcell draws a foul underneath. Will be on Frederick Douglass's Peyton Okerley. There's a Purcell three that's just a little bit short. And there's an and one on the putback. Bill Banner with a basket. And Scott County now going to empty their bench. They'll bring them all in. And Frederick Douglass, I do not believe they have any reserves that have yet to check in. There's no sweatshirts covering jerseys over there. And a 77-40 lead. It's Nevaeh Major out of sorts there. That's off the mark. And possession to Scott County. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, we'll have the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player. One student athlete from each team will be recognized for their on-court performance tonight. Ball ripped away by Okerley. Okerley bumped, and we're going to have a Scott County foul.
Scott County foul, number 13, Alea Cobbins. That's her first.
Foul on Alea Cobbins. And Okerley on the board.
With
5'8" freshman.
Yeah, with both of these teams, with the personnel they have on the floor right now, you're just looking for positive plays. See if there's an understanding, if someone can earn some minutes maybe down the road.
79-40, Broncos with the lead. Inside the arc, hoisted and in. That's Megan Mosby, 5'5" junior with a basket. As Major shot a little bit off. Rebound cleaned up by Aaliyah Cheek. Wonderful take underneath by Cheek, but did not get the roll. And out of bounds, back to Scott County. Just over 2 minutes remaining. That one's going to be well short as Okerley cradles the rebound underneath. Nice pass, and Okerley has two more. Nevaeh Major with the assist. And that play pretty much a great synopsis of how well the Broncos have passed the ball tonight.
Right. Nevaeh Major, she does a good job of looking up the floor and advancing the ball to open teammates.
Major shot a little bit short. Iona Atkins drains a three. 84-44. A 40-point Bronco lead. And Atkins cleans up the rebound. And steered in again, and the Broncos, I think, scoring bunches. 86 tonight. And there's a nice made jumper. 30 seconds remaining in this game. This will be the 8th straight win in the series for Douglas. And more importantly, their season will continue. Moving on to the district championship 5 count, but they'll take on the winner, Bryan Station Henry Clay, on Friday night for the district title. Tip-off 6 p.m. And that's going to do things. Final score tonight, 86-46. Frederick Douglass moves on. 2 class coaches, 2 great programs will meet at the scores table as the Broncos season continues. Scott County, their season will conclude at 11-15. More coverage on the other side of this timeout. Thank you for watching Glycod.com.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
Final score tonight in Game 1, a very impressive win. Frederick Douglass pasting Scott County 86-46. Broncos led throughout, led 24-15 after the first, and it was all Frederick Douglass as the Broncos now 20-10 on the season. Scott County wrapping up their campaign at 11-15. More coverage straight ahead. We'll have the final stats for you. We'll also have the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player, and we hope to chat with Coach Moberly as well. And then a little bit later, we'll transition to the boys' semifinal. It's Sayre and Bryan Station in just a little bit. We'll pause. More coverage from Henry Clay High School side of the 42nd District Tournament, and we'll have more right after this from Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks.
All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CardtownKiaUSA.com. Cardtown Kia, movement that inspires.
Chris LeBar and Murray Garvin back live at Henry Clay High School. Game 1 in the books. Frederick Douglass by 40 over Scott County. Let's take a look at your final numbers. Presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Lopsided as you would suspect in a game of this margin. Broncos 9 of 17 from 3. And when they're making threes with that volume, they're very difficult to beat. Plus 23 on the backboard. And one of the constant themes, Scott County could not take care of the ball against this pressure. 8 more turnovers. And that certainly did them in, especially in the first half. Some final scoring numbers. Ayanna Darrington in at 24 points, 14 rebounds. Anaya Rhodes, 17 points on 5 of 6 three-point shooting. And how about Reagan Gregonis? 12 points in 13 minutes. Career high for Gregonis. Broncos win big for Scott County. 2 players in double figures. Malia Moore led them with 12 points. Nehemiah Summers with 10 points and 5 rebounds. Some other numbers in this game. Second effort points, Broncos with 21-9. And then points off turnovers. Goodness gracious. If you were to wager how many points you think the Lady Broncos had, points off turnovers, what do you think they had? Well, they had 32. And Scott County only 5 second chance points. So congratulations to the Broncos. We hope to catch up with Coach DJ Moberly and our Murray Garvin in between games. And for Scott County, some building blocks in the future. This is a very well-coached team and only one senior. So perhaps brighter days for the Scott County Cardinals. Up next, we'll have the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player. We'll have that for you in just a couple of minutes from Henry Clay High School. It's Glycod.com.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name is Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be $1 million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Henry Clay High School in between games as Frederick Douglass has no issues whatsoever with Scott County. Broncos move on. They will take on the winner of our matchup in Game 1 tomorrow between Henry Clay and Bryan Station. The championship game, by the way, on Friday at 6 p.m. Now for tonight's Most Outstanding Player, presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're locally owned with an outstanding selection of windows, doors, and siding. For more information, visit them at elitekentucky.com. And certainly for Frederick Douglass, I wouldn't have to think there'd be too much consternation on the sideline as to whom the MOP would be. It's certainly Ayanna Darrington. But for Scott County, Murray and I, a little bit of a disagreement. We're going to go with Namiah Summers. So there's Namiah Summers, 10 points, 5 rebounds. And she is our MOP for Scott County. Summers on 3 of 9 shooting, and Darrington, 24 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists. Remarkable evening by Frederick Douglass's Ayanna Darrington, and congratulations as well to Scott County's Namiah Summers. So that'll do it for Game 1. Broncos over Scott County. Game 2 will tip at 8 o'clock Eastern-ish. We'll say about 8:02. More coverage as we count you down to that one. Murray's going to chat with Broncos head coach DJ Moberly, and then we'll transition full bore into what should be a very interesting matchup between Sayre and Bryan Station. Until then, a quick timeout, more coverage. Right after this, you're watching the 42nd District Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
The reason I went to traditional bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be $1 million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Here at Henry Clay High School with the winning coach in the semifinal round, Coach DJ Moberly of Frederick Douglass Girls Basketball. Coach, great win tonight. How do you feel about going into the finals on Friday?
And I feel good, especially the way we came out today. I feel like my girls was prepared, they was ready. The last two weeks of our regular season, I feel like it prepared us. And we came out with a game plan today.
Yeah, your girls came out and played really well. I thought the second quarter was the knockout punch, and Scott County never recovered. What led into the motivation for them to come out and play so hard?
I think just by us, first of all, like I said, going back to, opponents that we have played previously, we used a little motivation on social media, a couple outlets when they was, we never picked favorite as far as 11 region. So my girls used that for motivation, I think. We talked about that a little bit, and I feel like they kind of rubbed it the wrong way. So they came out with revenge tonight.
Yeah, Ayanna Darrington. What more can we say about her?
Man, Darrington is everything a coach wants, man. From running to the floor, rebounding, making great reads. Darrington led us in assists tonight with 7 assists as a big guard to me. You know what I mean? So that's major.
That is, when you have your best player that is so unselfish and willing to share the ball and not caught up with how many points she scores. She does everything but sell hot dogs at the concession stand, man. I really enjoy watching her play. Your opponents on Friday could be either Henry Clay or Bryan Station. Do you have a preference who you play?
You know what? To be honest with you, I just want to hope that my girls are prepared and ready. I feel like whoever we play that night, it's going to be tough no matter what. It's the championship game, so it's not going to be easy. But I feel like, too, the way Naya and Kate Baker's been playing lately, too, I feel like it's going to be tough to stop us, too. So I feel like just as well, teams got to prepare for us, too.
Well, it's difficult. You guys got all the pieces, man. Watching your team play this year, I've become, as much as a fan of the way that you've built your culture. I saw a play at midcourt. Darrington got the ball, reversed it to Rhodes. She's right there for an open three, and she knocks it down. I made a comment on the air that the fact that she didn't lay down a dribble speaks to your coaching. And again, you're one of the bright young coaches here in the state of Kentucky. I can't pull for you, but I respect what you're doing, and I can see your work out there on the floor. When your kids come out of timeouts, you usually execute a set play. And again, that speaks to your coaching and your upbringing in the game of basketball. And we wish you the best of luck on Friday and moving forward, because now you're automatically in the region.
Right. Definitely happy about another region berth. Definitely, I'm definitely saying one thing for all the great comments you just made. Coach, it's not an easy game, man. It's not an easy profession. You never can coach when you are a coach. Never that. So remind you never can coach when you are a coach.
Right.
But it's tough, man. Like I said, but I love my girls, man. They make me look like I can coach a little bit. but like I said, man, they listen, they execute, and right now we playing well.
Well, I do have a saying that really good players make really good coaches. And you never really find one without the other.
Right. You're definitely right about that. Right about that.
Best of luck moving forward, Coach Mobley. And again, we'll see you Friday night.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, head coach DJ Mobley, along with our Murray Garvin. Douglas Broncos a big win tonight. We'll transition to the boys' outcome. Sayre and Bryan Station. That game will tip off in about 22 minutes. We'll talk in much more depth about that matchup after this timeout from Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start. Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
42nd District Boys title game will be Friday night at 8 o'clock. The winner of this game will play on Friday. It's Sayre and Bryan Station. I'm Chris LeVar, back live with former South Carolina State men's basketball coach Murray Garvin. It's great to have you with us. And Murray, this game, an interesting contrast between styles.
Yes, both teams like to play fast, but Bryan Station can play faster. And if Sayre is not careful, if they get in early foul trouble with their main 5, the depth of Bryan Station can really benefit Bryan Station late in the basketball game.
Let's talk a bit more about this Station team and what a year they've had, Murray. 22-6 coming into this game. But they've lost some games. They're only 500 in February. What's happened?
Well, what happens when you have a team that plays off of their defense, teams start to figure you out the second time around. And what was pressure that they couldn't handle early in the season with coaching and scouting, you kind of figure out, okay, we could pick our places and get better opportunities on the offensive end. And I believe that's what's happened with Bryan Station. And then when you have success early in the season, you're ready for the postseason. And sometimes young people overlook the games at hand, and when they secured that number 1 seed, their focus was on the district tournament.
Defenders led by several key players. We'll talk about them. But Amari Owens has had a fantastic season, all 11th region performer. As a sophomore, he seems to get better with each passing week.
Well, he gets better because he's so dynamic. He's super quick. He's strong. He finishes with either hand in the paint. Impossible to keep out of the paint. You have to really pack the paint in order to limit his easy baskets because of his speed and agility.
You've got Tayshawn Adams, just an exemplary in terms of efficiency, 63% field goal shooter, 80% free throw shooter, and on many other teams, he'd be the headliner.
Absolutely. Tayshawn takes the right shot for Bryan Station. He doesn't force anything. When you watch him play, it appears he's not playing hard, but he is actually getting things done out there on the floor.
This is a defender team. They are so deep, and we've seen them now a number of times. Is that perhaps the strongest thing they bring to the table?
I believe that's the number 1 thing they bring to the table. They have a 10th or 12th man that could come in and probably start for most teams, and they can come in and give you a double-double and be very effective.
So the Station defenders, Bryan Station, the top seed in this tournament, 6-2 inside the district. They've lost a couple of ball games But this is a program that certainly this is the year I think that many people felt like they were building for, if not a year ahead of schedule.
Yes, Coach Champ Ligon, he said that year 3 was the year, and his young men have lived up to it. He said they're still learning how to handle success, and that's a part of growing a program. Once you get to the top dog status, now you got to learn how to handle that, and that's where he said the program's currently at.
A lot of eyeballs inside the 11th region on this Bryan Station team. You know, they're the favorite, right? They're the top seed, but, I mean, how are they going to handle this? Is a new environment for them.
It's a new environment, and we're over here at Henry Clay High School. If they're fortunate to get by this game tonight and Henry Clay wins their semifinal game on Wednesday, we are in for an exciting 42nd District Championship. Either way, but especially if the home team is present in the championship game.
As your old boy Lee Corso says, not so fast.
Right.
Sayre might have something to say about it. The Spartans are 21-9. We'll talk in depth about this Sayre bunch after this timeout. Thanks so much for watching us tonight. We're live at Henry Clay High School District Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Henry Clay High School, Sayre and Bryan Station counting down to the district semifinal. Winner will take on the winner of Henry Clay, Frederick Douglass, on Friday at 8 p.m. Defenders and Blue Devils will play here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Well, Murray, we saw Sayre last night, and this was a game that they get by Scott County. It wasn't their shining moment, but they had enough to get by.
Well, survive and advance, Chris, is the name of the game in postseason play, and Sayre put together a game plan that was able to get them by Scott County. I thought it was more a defensive battle And the key to the game for Sayre last night was their notorious matchup zone defense.
We'll talk more about that against this Bryan Station outfit. Sayre now winners of 7 of the last 8, and they are the hottest team in the district heading into the postseason.
Yes, they are. They finished on a tear to end the regular season, and their young guys got confidence. They're playing with swagger. Coach Goodman feels good about his team, and they're really looking forward to this matchup tonight against the number 1 district seed Bryan Station.
Spartans the 4 seed, 1 out of 9 against top 50 RPI teams, and certainly Brock Kaufman, he was our most outstanding player last night, and he's the MOP on most nights.
Yeah, Brock Kaufman, one of the most dynamic guards in the 11th region, and for that mark, in the 42nd district as well. He is just a dynamic guard. He does a little bit of everything. Last night I called him a Swiss Army knife because he can rebound. Okay, he plays great defense. He goes to the boards. He can hit outside shots. He sets up his teammates. So he's not limited in his ball game.
Ian Reeser, 17 points and 8 rebounds, and then Noah Gallagher as their 3rd scorer. And as we transition to keys to this game, Murray, you really feel like stars have to be stars for Sayre to win this game?
Absolutely. They cannot have any drop-off from Gallagher, from Reeser, or for Kaufman. All of those guys got to step up and have big games, and the stars got to be stars, and the role players got to be stars in their role.
And for Bryan Station, I know you had a lot of thought last night about the 2-3 zone for Sayre. Certainly have to feel like Goodman's going to roll it out again tonight.
Yes, that's their bread and butter, and he said that if they don't box out in this zone, it's not going to matter what their initial defense is. And I often say about Bryan Station, the possession begins once the shot goes up because they send 4 or 5 guys to the glass.
And bench play, very important. Bryan Station, I mean, if you suit up, you're going to play. Champ Liggany plays them all. And again, this group is well rested. They've not played since Thursday. Sayre has to come back in 24 hours. What impact does that have?
Well, it can be good or bad. You know, if they've had good practices coming into the tournament, it won't impact them on a negative side. But if they hadn't practiced well and you don't have a game rhythm, it could be advantage Sayre early on until Bryan Station gets in a rhythm.
Again, those are the keys to this game presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service. We'd like to remind you this broadcast is authorized by Henry Clay High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. Sayre and Bryan Station 8 minutes out, and more coverage from the 42nd District Semifinal after this pause from Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cardtown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CardtownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teachers, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
With fast signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast signs, make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Time now for the starting lineups tonight. Presented by Ruoff Mortgage. They are opening doors. And for Sayre, at least the expected starters from last night, Kaufman, Gallagher, Pennington, Parker, Reeser. Kaufman, 18 points a game. Reeser, 17 points a night. But Murray, how about Luke Pennington making some big defensive plays last night?
He's like that intriguing player for Sayre. You know, he makes little plays that add up to be big plays, taking charges, getting on the floor for loose balls, and being a great on-ball defender.
And for Bryan Station, the expected starters, Amari Owens will headline the quintet, 22 points per game. Tayshawn Adams, Davion Adams, also double-figure scores for this Station team. Felix Gonzalez, 6 and 6, and that young man seems to get better with each passing game as well.
Yes, he is the X factor for Bryan Station. Not too many teams have a Gonzalez that is kind of an unsung hero, but can be very effective because he blocks shots, he finishes well around the rim, and he's just a presence for them on the floor.
What do you look for early in this game?
To see if Sayre can withstand the pace that Bryan Station likes to play at. If Sayre falls into the trap of playing fast, Bryan Station just has more bodies and more athletes, and I don't think that would end well for Sayre.
And the Spartans, you would have to think to win this game, they shoot 32% as a team from three-point range. They got to be much more above freezing than that.
That's pretty good. Above freezing, yes. If they're not above freezing, they're going to get froze. So if they don't shoot the ball well from three, it's going to be hard to maintain the pace that Bryan Station plays at.
I'm not sure it's a Fort Myers-esque, but they got to be Topeka, Kansas or something, don't they, this time of the year?
Oh, you're on a roll, brother. You're on a roll. I'm going to call you Butter.
The series matchup since 06 Station, 23 of 29, and they have won the last 6, including 2 this season. On the way back, tip-off, Sayre, Bryan Station. So glad you joined us tonight on Glycod. We'll have more coverage from District 42 right after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
From Glycod, it's IBEW Local 369, Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma, do the amazing, help save lives. Meyer, higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on IBEW Local 369, Central Kentucky High School Basketball.
And we'd like to welcome you back. Our producer tonight is Steve Bird, John Strange on camera with Murray Garvin. I'm Chris Labar. Great to have you here for night 2 of the 42nd District Basketball Tournament. Semifinal round between Sayre and top-seeded Bryan Station. Terry Colmeter, the lead official tonight. He'll be joined by David Hammond and Andre Williams. And a pretty good crowd on hand. Certainly much more plentiful on the near sideline where many of the Bryan Station contingent is seated. And this Sayre team, 21-9, but winners of 7 of their last 8 coming in. Spartans coached by Rob Goodman in year 11 as coach leading his alma mater and trying to take Sayre to the regional tournament for the first time since 2017 as the Spartans 20-win season. Murray, you've been on the sidelines in big games like this, and a lot of memories being made from both head coach and the personnel as well.
Oh, absolutely. This games like this, you never forget, and it resonates with you for the rest of your life, either as a player or a coach, and it's a great opportunity for both programs.
Well, and you certainly feel like that Sayre relishes the underdog role, and they are clearly the underdog tonight, but this is a team that's feisty. Brock Kaufman is an elite athlete, and they've got some pieces to this puzzle.
Yes, they do. Their first starting 5 is just as good as anybody in the region, and their recent addition of the young man that just became eligible, Berger, I believe is his last name, with him adding to the bench, now they got a little bit more punch coming in the game.
Yeah, that's Kenji Berger. We'll talk more about him. Transfer from Lafayette, just deemed eligible. And this will be his second game of the season, believe it or not. He had quite the maiden voyage last night. And Bryan Station, led by the 11th Region Coach of the Year, Champ Ligon. Champ, familiar face in high school basketball circles, his second stint at Station and 23rd season overall at the boys' helm. He's also coached at Male High School on both the boys and girls side. So Champ, very accomplished. And we're so glad you joined us tonight. Great atmosphere for boys semifinal action. Crowd still filing in. And this Station team, if you haven't seen them a lot, they were fun to watch.
Yes, they are. They're fun to watch. I put them and Frederick Douglass against any high school team as far as the highlight plays that you may see.
Well, a good start, very important, obviously, for Sayre. As Adams will find Owens. As Bryan Station beginning things. And Sayre, as you would suspect, starting in his zone. Owens splits the double. Gonzalez cleans it up, and it's poked out off of Tayshawn Adams of Bryan Station.
The first possession was everything that we talked about in the pregame. You saw the matchup zone, you saw the offensive rebound, and Sayre was able to get out there with a stop.
And Brock Kaufman being shadowed by Owens up top. His station begins in a man. And Kaufman, as Faulkner tried to tie him up, and Reeser operating inside half court. What's the pace that Sayre would like in this game?
You just want to take good shots. You want to take good shots, get the ball where you want it to go. Right there is a good possession for them, even though they didn't get the 2 points.
Had Reeser on a much shorter Rashad Faulkner on the switch. And a scoreless first 80 seconds from Henry Clay. Adams veering left, takes it with a left, and Parker challenged that shot. As Chase Parker outlets, there's Pennington, a strong drive. Reeser collecting, and he's 0 for 2 from the floor, but it's flipped back in by Pennington. Nice thread of the needle, and Kaufman out of sorts. Faulkner grabbed from behind by Chase Parker, first foul of the contest.
Sometimes when you're worried about the shot blocking of Gonzalez, you don't realize where you're at. You're just trying to get the ball up to the rim, and I believe that's what happened to Kaufman in that possession.
And Parker with some length at the teeth of that defense. Adams doubled on the baseline. Amari Owens, wonderful dribble, but he slipped back into a double team, and Pennington out with it. Kaufman baseline. There's a Gallagher three. Noah Gallagher has Sayre on the board. Faulkner tries to answer, and Kaufman cleans it up for the Spartans. .450 in this first quarter. Reeser with a three, and the rebound vacuumed in by Davion Adams. And Tayshawn Adams has Station's first field goal.
Sometimes the long rebound can end up being a run out for the defense, and that's what happened there. Before Sayre could set up their zone, Bryan Station had already converted.
Nearly 4 minutes have elapsed. One field goal apiece. Pennington, a crafty pass, and Owens just a little bit too quick as he'll come out with a theft. Owens to the basket, and a Sayre hand will touch it last. Adams to inbound underneath for Bryan Station, and a sound first 4 minutes for the underdog, and Adams trickles it in. That's Tayshawn Adams. He's got all 4 of the defender points.
Bryan Station's got to aggressively attack the paint.
Now possession over to Sayre. A couple of subs come in. Matt Galinsky amongst them as Rashad Faulkner out. Also Adams shuttles out as the defenders. They'll go about 11 deep as Justin Richmond, number 3, checks in also. There's number 1, Chase Parker, floating it to Ian Reeser. Now Parker evading and driving for 2. Chase Parker, his first field goal, 5-4 Spartans. And Matt Galinsky, he's potentially a zone buster for this station team. Bryson Carpenter fields it in the corner. Entry Tayshawn Adams. Galinsky will arc one. And the rebound scattered away by Sayre's Brock Kaufman. And Owens for the second time with the rip from behind.
Those two guards may be the fastest guards in the region. They're really quick.
Owens could not complete Kaufman. It's 4 against 2. Outlet Gallagher. Kaufman and Adams will pin it, but Kaufman will put it in. Kaufman with 5, and Sayre leading 7-4. Do you sense any indecision with how to attack this zone? There's Owens weaving his way in for 2.
Well, they're trying to figure it out. You got to penetrate this zone. You can't stand on the perimeter and pass the ball back and forth.
And Reeser called for a shuffle. It's well done in the half court that time by Bryan Station. With 2:11 in this first quarter. Adams on the inbound, and Reeser with a hand in will be cited for a Sayre foul.
If I was Bryan Station, I would go right back at Reeser again, because with one foul, you've neutralized his aggression defensively.
Tayshawn Adams, 80% free throw shooter. We talked about his prowess in terms of efficiency. He's a plus 60 field goal shooter. And when you look at this Defender team, their top 2 scorers, both in the sophomore class. And an 8-7 Bryan Station lead. Parker rifles it in the corner. That's fielded by Kenji Berger. Now Noah Gallagher will handle. He's made an early 3 in this contest. Parker. Nice pass, and Kaufman will connect.
I was counting that possession. They made 12 passes in that possession, and that's the strategies that Sayre needs to speak and stay with for the remainder of the game. Just make Bryan Station guard.
9-8 Sayre. We've played 7 minutes. Galinsky along with that 3, and there's Kaufman. He's brought it tonight as he corrals the rebound. Kaufman, a deep 3 off to the right. There's Parker under for the rebound. Held ball the arrow. It'll belong to Sayre. Defender's going to go to their bench as they'll bring on both Gonzalez and Davion Adams. And the Spartans will have possession, leading 9-8. Now Parker around the horn. Reeser has a crease baseline, and that ball just swallowed, inhaled by Tayshawn Adams. Owens penetrating and pouring it in. Namari with 4. A 10-9 teeter-totter. Lofted to Brock Kaufman. Reeser flips up a 3 and puts it in. His 35th 3 of the year, and that's going to take us to quarter number 2. Sayre, a nice first 8 minutes. They lead Bryan Station 12-10 on Glycod.com.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
(12-10) Sayre as we welcome you back over top-seeded Bryan Station, and a couple of early three-pointers, one for Gallagher, the second for Ian Reeser.
It's the pace that Sayre wants, and if they can maintain this over the course of the game, we'll have a ball game come to the fourth quarter, because they're taking their time on offense, and this matchup zone, it doesn't have Bryan Station stunned, but they can't score at the pace that they're accustomed to.
So Station will have possession to start quarter number 2. Justin Richmond is on the floor, and we're going to have a foul underneath as Gallagher was pinned underneath the basket. He'll cradle and be called for the foul against Gonzalez.
Pretty good offensive strategy there by Bryan Station. Get the ball to the short corner and then pin the other guy under the basket with your power forward.
Nice inbound from Richmond. Shot off the mark from number 11, Monte Ashford. And Gallagher, a hard-fought rebound. And there's a 10-second violation, or was it? No, the Spartans, I think Rob Goodman called timeout with about 9.5. But it will be a 30-second Sayre timeout. They'll possess the ball when we come back right after this.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Sayre able to preserve possession with a timeout call. They'll inbound leading 12-10. There's Berger in the corner, rotates around, and now Station in his zone. And Reeser bumped by Felix Gonzalez.
Great poise by Sayre there, reversing the ball and then attacking a closeout. I thought Berger turned down an open shot, but it would have been too early in the possession.
You feel like for Sayre, patience really important for them tonight. Rotate the ball, control the clock. And a defender foul away from the ball. Looks like a hold. It's on Justin Richmond.
Kaufman was trying to cut, and Richmond denied him the cut. And you really can't do that anymore in basketball.
Amari Owens, Tayshawn Adams, 2 regulars back in for Bryan Station. Chris Girton, who checked in briefly, will leave, as will Justin Richmond. And Kaufman in control. Kaufman comes to a jump stop. There's a lot of attention, and Adams with his second punch away. Chase Parker will check in for Sayre. And the Spartans lofted into Parker.
Just making Bryan Station defend. Not taking quick shots, not rushing anything, trying to execute.
Parker underneath with some length. Gonzalez challenging that shot. And Faulkner, outlet pass, Owens. Faulkner steers up a three. And Gonzalez pokes it away. And Parker strong arms the rebound for Sayre. Outlet to Brock Kaufman, 17-footer. Reversal, Berger a three. And there's Kaufman, a man's rebound underneath for Sayre. Faulkner, outlet, Amari Owens. And Owens an awkward landing after Pennington called for the foul.
Bryan Station sometimes in transition looks like they're running downhill. The guys are so quick and they eat up court with every step. Amari Owens going forward, it scares me. He finishes a lot off 1 foot, and he's got to get better balance and body control, or it can be a bad landing.
Owens, 56% free throw shooter. As the Spartans now lead by a point. Owens with 5 of Bryan Station's 11. Reeser from the doorstep as Owens looking for the lead. Gonzalez cleans it up, finds 25, Rashawn Faulkner. Owens, big three. He missed a layup and then drains a corner three, in Bryan Station by a field goal.
The layup was too close, Chris.
Kaufman finds Parker up top. And Faulkner got a hand on that ball. Davion Adams, I think he mistimed his leap. And Parker out with it for Sayre. And here comes Rashad Faulkner for Bryan Station. Owens a three. And Reeser with a rebound, and we have a Bryan Station foul. Rob Goodwin pleading there for a timeout. And Sayre gonna pause play for the second time. We'll step aside one more time. Sayre ball down 2. More coverage right after this on Glycod.
It's your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Two-point ball game. Bryan Station by 2 as Rob Goodman well out on the floor, almost pulling an Archie Miller there, trying to get the officials' attention.
Yeah, he was upset with Parker. They survived that melee right there, the turnover and then the offensive rebounding.
There's Reeser patrolling baseline. Gallagher. And those are the shots Sayre has to make to win this game. Owens through traffic, off the mark, and 2 free throws looming.
You put so much pressure on your transition defense.
Is there a guard that plays as quick as him?
I haven't seen one this year. I mean, it's like he takes 2 dribbles from midcourt and he's at the rim, and like I said, he finishes with either hand. It's just hard to guard in transition.
Owens now 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Both teams now 3 team fouls in this quarter. As Bryan Station trying to extend it to a 3-point lead. The rebound gobbled up by Kaufman. Reeser finds Chase Parker. Oh, Gallagher, the length just so bothersome as Adams came out. And a nice poke away by Chris Girton as Owens backpedaling to the wing. Adams cuts. Tayshawn Adams for 2 more. Adams with 8, leading scorer in this game. And Bryan Station now enjoying a high watermark lead of 4.
Sayre's just got to continue to stay poised and take care of the basketball. 2 back-to-back turnovers has contributed to the 4-point deficit.
Brock Kaufman flips up a 3. And Kaufman now with 7. That was a big basket there to reduce it back to 1. Just about 3 minutes in the half. 3, Justin Richmond, a big one for Bryan Station.
If Bryan Station can get guys like Richmond and Girton to contribute points to them, it really makes them hard to guard.
Chase Parker, left wing 3, and back it goes. Parker with 5. There's Chris Girton. Right wing, lofts it. Nice touch pass! Punctuated by Tayshawn Adams. How about the deft of passing by Felix in a 3-point lead? That's big time there, Murray.
Yes, it is.
And an and 1 to boot.
Yes, it is. Nice move by Brock there, getting to the rim and finishing.
Put it in with the left hand as we'll take this from the top as Kaufman calls his own number.
Well, where he rejected the ball screen and then he had Gallagher on that strong side corner, the Bryan Station defender did not want to help off Gallagher, which opened up a lane for Kaufman with the finish.
So Kaufman trying to tie this game. 68% free throw shooter. Kaufman now with 9 points. We're tied. Ashford in the corner. There's Felix Gonzalez drawing some heavy attention. And there will be a travel, perhaps a little bit late of a whistle from the far sideline, but a miscue nonetheless.
And the longer Sayre hangs around, Chris, the more confidence that they're going to have, and this is going to be a ball game coming down in the second half.
Parker finds Kaufman. Kaufman lofts it up. Did not get that roll. Got his own rebound. And Girton with a block shot. Caden Jones, number 3, 5'8" sophomore, will float it in play. And that's number 14, John Palumbo on the handle. And Parker out of sorts there, mistimed his leap. Carpenter with a run out and conversion. Bryson Carpenter, 5'10" senior, is on the board. And the lead at 2 is Parker applying the break. Jones, high, roof scraper. And the rebound procured by Felix Gonzalez. I'm not sure that Jones jumper was the shot they wanted.
No, that hadn't been part of the early game plan.
Gonzalez short, Girton back to Felix Gonzalez from the doorstep, and Adams a stranglehold on the rebound and a Sayre foul. You've talked about it so many times that Station's offense begins after the shot is released.
When the shot goes up, man, you got to get a jersey on a jersey, and you have to go make a collision.
Tayshawn Adams having a half. 11 points. right on his season norm. Chris Girton made a couple of big plays in this game, applying the offensive rebound. As well as Sayre has played, you look up, they're down 3, and this is a big final 50 seconds in this half.
Yes, a big possession.
We'll see what Station does in the remnants of this quarter. Adams inside the lane, cutting, and number 35, Tayshawn Adams with 2 more. Pennington rifles it to Palumbo. Oh boy, he barely stayed in bounds. Kaufman under 10. Reeser hoisting. And Bryan Station going to go to the locker room, +5. A 26-21 lead over the game, and gutsy Sayre Spartans, but Bryan Station leading in semifinal number 1 of the boys round. They lead Sayre 26-21. Murray and I have more after this from Henry Clay High School on Glycod.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
Back at Henry Clay High School, host side for the 42nd District Boys Basketball Tournament. Bryan Station now leading Sayre 26-21. Oh, Murray, what'd you think of the first half?
Well, I think the tempo of the game is going the way that Sayre would like it. 26-21 at the half. I believe Coach Goodman will take that. A couple of empty possessions and turnovers led to Bryan Station transition. And again, you have to box out. They can't allow so many second chance points.
Sayre led 12-10 after one. Bryan Station outscoring the Spartans 16-9 in the second quarter. Some individual numbers Brock Kaufman, 10 points, 9 rebounds in the first half. Tayshawn Adams, 13 points for Bryan Station. Amari Owens checking in with 8. And again, rebounding very, very important tonight for the Spartans.
Yes, rebounding and free throw shooting makes the difference. Bryan Station may have a 10-point lead if they converted from the free throw line, but they left a lot of points there.
Take a timeout. We'll update the halftime stats. Have that for you in just a moment. Bryan Station leading Sayre at the half by 5. More coverage after this timeout from Glycon.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Gen Z is a stalled generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now, through everything that's come our way. We've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher, by making a real difference in the communities we serve, and by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Chris Labar, former Paul Lawrence Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin, great to have you with us tonight as we welcome you back to Henry Clay High School. Winner gets the winner of Henry Clay Douglas tomorrow night. That should be a very interesting matchup, by the way.
That should be a very interesting matchup. Both teams are coming in, really looking forward to the district tournament here at Henry Clay. Henry Clay being the host school on their home court, I expect a big turnout of their contingency, and then Frederick Douglass is going to bring their people as well.
Halftime numbers from Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Bryan Station leading by 5. Sayre -6 on the glass and 5 more turnovers. And Bryan Station only 2 giveaways. Is that maybe a product of a slower pace?
Well, it's a product of a slower pace, and Bryan Station traditionally takes care of the basketball unless it gets into a running game, and then they can get kind of sloppy. But the 29% field goal percentage and Sayre only down 5 speaks volumes of the defense that they're playing.
So let's talk a bit while we can about that game tomorrow night with Douglas and Henry Clay. It's not often that you have a chance to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. And Douglas trying to do the trick, but right here on Henry Clay's home floor.
Right here on Henry Clay's court, there is a question about the availability of Armello Boone tomorrow. So we'll find out if he's in the lineup or not due to a suspension. I look for Coach Brown to have a great game plan. I look for Coach Harris to have a great game plan. And it's going to be an incredible atmosphere here at Henry Clay tomorrow night.
And this district, it's perhaps one of the tougher districts in the state, and this is a great indicator why. You've got Sayre, the 4 seed, in this game against the top seed, and they've won over 20 games.
They've won 20 games. They compete night in, night out. They'll have an opportunity to stay in this game in the second half. And, you know, a lot of people wouldn't be surprised if they pull it off. So we'll see.
Bryan Station, the favorite in this game, leading by 5 second half after this quick timeout from Glycod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live, 42nd District semifinal. Third quarter just moments away from commencing. Bryan Station 22-6 coming in. However, only 4-4 in February. And Sayre 7 for their last 8. And it will be Spartan basketball start this third quarter. It's Brock Kaufman rotating, and Ian Reeser. Spartan's certainly going to need more from him offensively to win this game. Reeser 3 points, well beneath his 17-point average. There's Kaufman steering it in.
That's a big opening possession for Sayre. As a coach, I always put a lot of emphasis on the first possession of the half.
There's Adams inside the lane, lofts it up and in. Davion Adams, his first field goal. Both teams exchange baskets. Start this third quarter. Now Kaufman with Felix Gonzalez on him. That's an interesting matchup. Parker inside the lane. Pennington veering, and he got the basket. Pennington's first field goal. Kaufman with the assist. As Owen strong-arming with the left, and the putback goes, plus a foul.
That's just athleticism right there.
Now Gonzalez, I believe, got a hand on that ball. He had an assist on the preceding play. He has had an impact on this game. And Kaufman occupies the Sayre rebound. Reeser driving, basket plus a Gonzalez foul.
Big play by the big fella. Both guys going right at each other. You like to see that level of intensity from both post players.
Reeser with 5, and again, he's shown glimpses this season. Season high 31 points.
Well, he's a 1,000-point scorer for Sayre, so he's capable of big numbers.
The rebound scooped away by Davion Adams. 3-point Bryan Station lead. And Adams lucky to hang on to that ball. There's Tayshawn Adams ahead of steam. Faulkner finishes. Rashad Faulkner, his first field goal. And back and forth we go. Pennington trying to get an angle into the lane. He does. Reeser off, and Adams reels in the loose ball. And Owens a little indecisive there in the miscue.
Yeah, might have tricked the referee right there. Sometimes you can be a little too crafty with your ball handling.
There's Andre Williams right on that call. Kaufman veering left, just does stay in bounds. Kaufman yet again. Back to 2 as Bryan Station leading 32-30. Faulkner baseline, leaks it over to Tayshawn Adams. And Reeser with a big basket and a rebound. Reeser for the lead. And Parker could not get to that loose ball as Owens a little too quick. Owens inside the lane. Wonderful basket.
Unbelievable finish right there.
And Owens slow to get up. It's 5 against 4. Reeser, corner 3. Swish. So the theatrics were great on one end, but he didn't get back on the other. And Reeser has reduced it to 1.
Chris, we got a ball game here. Sayre is not going anywhere.
Underneath Adams. Tayshawn puts it in, and Davion thread the needle. And a Bryan Station whistle. They tried to get a timeout, and Andre Williams stopped play momentarily.
Yeah, I would be upset if I was Goodman right there as well. They had already inbounded the ball before Williams awarded them the timeout.
So Bryan Station, we're going to keep it here. Bryan Station given a 30-second timeout as the lead at 3, and Adams double-figure points tonight as Bryan Station's Tayshawn Adams having a whale of an evening, Murray.
Yes, he is. He's, as a sophomore, the young man's got such major upside. He finishes, he's super athletic, he blocks shots, he'll finish at the rim. Just really a player to watch for years to come here in the 11th region.
There's the Kaufman 3, and then he had some comments for the Bryan Station student section. Will be Spartan ball.
It's Sayre basketball.
I think the closeness of this game perhaps opening some eyebrows for folks maybe just checking the scores across the state, but Sayre has meant business thus far as we slide under 4 minutes in this third quarter.
Well, just taking their time offensively, and then the matchup zone just causes Bryan Station to really have to be patient offensively. So it's working both ways for Sayre.
Gallagher funneling it in, and Reeser completes. Going to be a deflection out. Bryan Station will have it. Reeser 10 points for the game, but 8 points in this quarter. There's Justin Richmond across the timeline. Davion Adams. And Chris Girton, 32, handles it. That's a tough matchup for Noah Gallagher down there. As Girton off with that 3, and Kaufman corrals it for Sayre. And he's fouled from behind by 30, Bryson Carpenter.
Yeah, I believe Sayre will live with Girton taking that 3 right there.
Spartans looking for their first lead since the first quarter. Chase Parker pours it in. Parker with 8. And the Spartans by 2.
something else about this matchup zone. It's hard to get in foul trouble because you're not guarding one person, you're guarding the area, and therefore it keeps you from being matched up one-on-one a lot of times.
Girton slips it over to Adams. Nice hands by Tayshaun. Then he lost it, and Pennington scoops it up. It's 2 against 2. Kaufman. Girton stifles. Here's Owens, his patented spin move, and sliding in, Luke Pennington picking up the charge.
I could coach Luke Pennington 7 days a week. He does the little, he makes the hard plays, taking charges. Right there, a perfect example. He watched the film, he knows that Amari likes to spin back to his left shoulder, and in that transition play, he just sat up there and waited for the spin move, and boom. Owens spins right into him, and he picks up the charge for Sayre.
3 fouls in this quarter now on Bryan Station. As Pennington, far sideline for Sayre. Now Parker for a violation, and that's going to drive Coach crazy on that sideline.
Yeah, that's a possession that they'd like to have back to try to get something to show for it there.
Station 10 points in this quarter. They led by 3 at half. There's Gonzalez down low. Richmond inside the teeth of that defense, and the banketh open.
That's the soft spot of that matchup, is in the middle there.
Galinsky with a hand. Gallagher back to Reeser, their money man. And Gonzalez snares and procures the rebound. Galinsky finds 3, Justin Richmond. Richmond maintained that dribble somehow, and the Sayre foul is Davion Adams was kept stationary on the floor. Got 2 Spartans coming in. Kenji Berger amongst them alongside his companion, Caden Jones. There's Bryan Station. Inbound, trailing. Check that in a tie game. Richmond lofts it up. Did not get the roll. Great effort, though, by Justin to get it back. And a loose ball taken away by Kenji Berger, and there's Adams the other way for the steal. Owens short. And Berger with a rebound as Sayre will possess it late in this third quarter. And Galinsky fouls Kaufman coming up the floor. That's the 4th Bryan Station foul of this third period.
I'm watching the Sayre players, and no one's breathing heavy. No one has their head down. I believe they're in this to win the ball game. And what I mean by that, we wondered about the fatigue factor, and right now they're playing a well-managed basketball game.
There's Brock Kaufman into forecourt, shadowed by Owens. Again, Bryan Station with 4 fouls in this quarter. 18 seconds left as Caden Jones will recycle. Jones going to draw a double team, trying to weave his way out of traffic. Reeser has a path baseline, and a foul at 3 seconds by Amari Owens. Credit Sayre for monopolizing the final seconds as Jones able to set things up for Reeser.
The margin of error for Sayre is so small. They need the conversions. They need the made free throws. They can't leave points on the board. or on the floor per se.
Ian Reeser 8 points in this frame. And 2 big misses there. Underscore that Adams. Oh my, it's just shot will miss to the left. Third quarter in the books in a tie game. It's Sayre. It's Bryan Station. In the fourth quarter, we'll decide it when we come right back on Glycod.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Now, Murray, if you'd have told Coach Goodman about 6:30, would you take a tie game going into the fourth quarter? What do you think he'd say?
I think he's delighted, but he's not satisfied. He's probably in the huddle pumping his guys up, asking for the best 8 minutes that they could possibly give for a chance to go to the Region 11 tournament.
Sayre's last trip to the regional tournament back 2017. Bryan Station's last trip in 18. So both these teams, it's been a while since they played another week in their season. And one of them will extend it this year. Faulkner wheeling it. There is Gonzalez. Over to Davion Adams. Slithers in the lane. And a big basket. Adams only with 4, but that was a well-timed field goal to start this fourth quarter.
Yes, it was.
And to Sayre, do they have enough gas after playing in less than 24 hours off the win last night? Kaufman inside the lane. And a long rebound, pinballed, Kaufman and Faulkner. Kaufman wanted it more.
Huh?
And how can Bryan Station be given a timeout? And we're going to have an issue here. So I believe Sayre is going to be credited with possession. Chase Ligon, he's going to get a conversation. And surely he'll understand you can't call timeout without the ball.
Wow, the place would have erupted if that timeout was awarded to Bryan Station.
So it will be Sayre possession. So they try to tie this game, perhaps take the lead on a 3. And another unforced turnover. Davion Adams in for 2.
That was the first play of the night that showed some fatigue by Kaufman right there.
Adams with 4 big ones in this quarter. Reeser over to Berger at crunch time. Big possession here. Kaufman finds a cutting Reeser. Blocked! Tayshawn Adams with a putback. And it's going to belong to Sayre.
Some questionable calls right there. It looked like the same call that Coach Williams of the Detroit Pistons was mad at last night. The guy dove for the basketball and took Adams out, and then it ended up going out of bounds off of Adams to Bryan Station.
And possession underneath to Sayre. It's Pennington up top. Reeser cutting, trying to bother Adams. It's touched last by Felix Gonzalez. It will belong to Sayre as the Spartans have stymied in the first 2 minutes of this fourth. They're scoreless after entering the frame tied. Crafty inbound pass fielded by Tim Pennington. Now Kaufman to the basket. Did not get the roll, and Owens will slow down a tad as he brings it into forecourt. Good discipline there by Amari to hang on to it.
Yeah, earlier in the season, he might have tried to force the action right there.
And Station perhaps giving Sayre a little taste of their own medicine here, being very patient as Owens finds a cutting Adams. Gonzalez with a big backside basket. And Sayre calls timeout. They sense the enormity of this moment. Bryan Station with the first 6 in the fourth. The lead is swollen to 6. More coverage from District 42 after this timeout. This is GlyCod.com.
First opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from GlyCod.
Five minutes to play. Bryan Station scored the first 6 of this quarter. And Sayre, a very significant possession right here.
Oh, it's a big possession. Coach Goodman sensed it. He wants to make sure that they get a great shot. They really need a conversion right here to break this Bryan Station run up.
Some conversation between Gonzalez and Reeser as the Spartans There's Kaufman in the corner. Reeser did not get the roll. Gallagher sneaks in for the rebound. First foul of the quarter for either team. It's on Amari Owens, his third. As Luke Pennington to inbound underneath. La pass, Kaufman catches and completes. Reeser threading the needle beautifully.
It's not too often you see a 6-foot guard post up and the post feed comes from the biggest player on the team.
There's Amari Owens handling it up top. Amari Owens inside the lane. And a huge basket plus a foul.
I don't know if I'm Sayre. I don't know if I come out and guard them man-to-man yet. Because if you open up the driving lanes, Amari Owens is going to capitalize like he just did. Took that ball from almost mid-court, got fouled, and converted the layup. Came short at the free throw line, though.
The lead stays at 6 as Ian Reeser. And great D. Richmond, and look who intercepts. It's Owens. There's Parker, and Pennington is fouled. Still 4:06 left. Amari Owens, 4 big points.
He can run them off quick.
This game was tied at 38 entering quarter 4. Bryan Station on a 10-2 spurt. This is the largest lead of the night. Kaufman in the corner. Well long, and Adams reels it in. Davion Adams, and a basket here would give Station a double-figure lead. And a travel.
Bryan Station needs to convert anytime they have Sayre in man-to-man. Sayre cannot guard them man-to-man. And when they get them in that defense, the driving lanes are so wide open that it's hard to keep Bryan Station from scoring.
And Brock Kaufman trying to lead Sayre back in this game. Reeser trying to take Gonzalez off the bounce. Pennington's big three short. Got his own rebound. Feeds Reeser. And a foul prior to the shot attempt. Fourth foul on Owens. The third foul of this quarter on Bryan Station. There's Kaufman. And Parker able to scoop up that loose ball, and there's a Gonzalez foul. Might sense a little fatigue from both teams.
Well, you're seeing the layoff from Bryan Station play a factor. And sometimes, Chris, in tournament play, you don't use your bench quite like you do in the regular season, because right now it's either win or send your uniforms to the dry cleaners.
Sayre with their third point in this quarter as Parker knocks in the free throw chase on the season. Only 46%er. Look good there, though. Caden Jones back in for the Spartans as number 5, Noah Gallagher, will exit. Adams the catch and grab. And a whistle and a Kaufman foul at half court. Only the second foul of this quarter on Sayre. Arrow in favor of the Spartans. As Bryan Station 2-possession lead, will have it at side court. Faulkner finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez over Parker for a huge one.
That's a big bucket. You know, if you're Sayre, you're happy when he jumps up to shoot it, and then it just takes your breath away when it goes in.
Now Gonzalez, only 4 points unofficially. His imprint is all over this game.
Absolutely. He's a superior defender in the post.
And he will foul Reeser that time at the 2:37 mark. Fourth on Gonzalez, 5 fouls now on Bryan Station as Gonzalez with a putback preceding the free throws from Reeser.
For the viewers watching, don't think this game is over. We witnessed earlier in the season, Sayre was down 8 points with 1 minute to go and came and tied the game up and went overtime.
Win over Douglas. Chase Parker, the game winner. And you look at the score, the numbers, low-scoring affair. That's what the Spartans needed to win this game, but Bryan Station has controlled the first 5.5 minutes of this fourth quarter. Now Faulkner weaving his way. Nice grab by Amari Owens, far sideline. Owens through traffic, perhaps ill-advised. Kaufman with a rebound. Reeser runs the floor and knocks it in. Now Sayre going to apply some pressure. And Owens underneath Adams, and a foul. Looked like Reeser got him from the back. And Tayshaun Adams to the foul line for 2, where he shoots them at 80%.
He is their best free throw shooter. And they're under the foul limit with 3 fouls, but I would try to foul Amari Owen and send him to the line.
Well, certainly as much as he handles the ball.
but you got to foul him early. If not, he'll get a layup.
The lead at 7. 30-second Bryan Station timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching the District 42 semifinal from Glycod.
Overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
'42nd District semifinal. Bryan Station has opened up to a 7-point lead. This game tied entering the 4th. The Sayre possession out of the defender stop. And we'll see what Sayre can do. So they try to carve into this 7-point deficit. There's Kaufman up the sideline. Poked out of there by Tayshawn Adams. Now Justin Richmond skips it to Davion, and Parker going to come out and shadow Owens. Richmond in the lane, he's stripped but fouled by Luke Pennington.
Sayre foul number 10, Luke Pennington, his third, team's fourth of the quarter.
Now the Spartans have certainly had their chances in this game, but Bryan Station, when they've needed to, have made some big plays.
They've made the plays when it's needed, like you said, and they've went to the free throw line. We'll see what we get from Richmond, but I'm comfortable with him being at the line if I'm Coach Liggins.
65% foul shooter. 14 fouls now on Sayre, and Station over the limit. And that one's off as well. Gonzalez with a rebound.
That's the thing with Bryan Station.
There's Owens up top and the foul called. And certainly this one not over yet. However, if Station moves on, perhaps they needed one like this in their postseason journey.
Yeah, you could spin this. Again, this time of year is about survive and advance. I'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss any day. So Coach Liggins, he's going to move on.
Mari Owens for 2. He's not shot free throws very well tonight. And this is a part of his game that really has to improve. There you go. The lead at 8. Bryan Station looks like they're going to set their defense. What will be a full timeout. Bryan Station by 8 over Sayre. You're watching the District 42 semifinal from Glycod. Now a word from Meyer on Glycod.
First opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Bryan Station by 8 as we welcome you back, Coach Liggins, instructing the defenders. Again, the winner takes on the winner of the 8 o'clock game tomorrow between Frederick Douglass and Henry Clay. And the 2 winners play Friday night at 8, both of whom will advance to the 11th region tournament, with boys quarterfinals to start 1 week from tonight on district winner sites.
Sayre can't take much time trying to get a shot right here.
There's a Gallagher three that's off the mark, and Adams with a big rebound. Davion Adams reels it in, and then he's fouled by Chase Parker. Both teams now on the verge of free throws for the balance of this game. It'll be Davion Adams for 2. And the lead still at 8, so Bryan Station not doing themselves any favors from the foul line. Two left there. Now Kaufman spinning, and he is fouled as Davion with a bump. 2 free throws looming for Brock Kaufman. Been a great effort tonight for Sayre. Is perhaps a little short. Yes, Kaufman for a couple. What'd you think of his play tonight, Murray?
Oh, great effort. Exactly how he's played all season for them. He does a little bit of everything. You know, if he makes this free throw here, you go for a steal on the inbounds, and if you don't get that, you immediately foul, and you try to extend this game.
It's only a 2-possession game with 50.5 left. And with the way Bryan Station has shot free throws, we might be here a while as Sayre tries to extend this game. There's Tayshawn Adams driving, lobbing, and Gonzalez slams it in. And there's Owens, always a step ahead.
Yes, just quick hands, great anticipation.
And Kaufman called for the foul.
Right, that press break to the dunk might have been the nail in the coffin for Sayre.
Now Gonzalez, this play a little slow setting up. Try to take a look at the free throws here for Amari Owens. Second in 11th region scoring. And Bryan Station appears on their way. Be back in action on Friday, so a couple of days to digest this one and get it out of their system. And that's not going to help as Gonzalez fouls on the rebound.
I think the missed free throw, the way it came off the rim, surprised Ressner. And Gonzalez, I mean, it caught them all off guard.
So Gonzalez will foul out of this game. And Ian Reeser, the foul line for a pair of Sayre free throws. Reeser perhaps playing his final high school game of his career. As Murray had mentioned, 1,000+ points score for the Spartans throughout his career. Transfer from Lexington Catholic. And the Spartans a steal and a shot away from making this a little interesting. There's Faulkner in the corner, weaving his way around. And Pennington out for the foul as Owens traipsing back to the stripe.
This is where, as a high school coach, you might really miss the 1-and-1.
Yeah, with a rule change, of course, the difference this year. And Owens does get the rolls. The lead grows back to 8 points. Station by 9. Kaufman step back 3. Pennington, a long one. And there's Reeser cleaning it up. Spartans call timeout. We'll keep things here. Remind you, more high school basketball coming up this week on Glycod. 2 more semis tomorrow. Station and Henry Clay girls. And then Henry Clay and the Douglas Gents. Followed by a pair of championships on Friday. Coverage both nights starting at 5:30. Now, both head coaches, really all 4 head coaches that are idle tonight, going through their final preparations to get their respective clubs ready for tomorrow.
Absolutely. I saw Coach Harris, and since Coach Brown is the whole school, he's been here all day. But both of them, you know, you come, you get a feel of the atmosphere, and then you go home and you don't sleep tonight.
You hope that's not the case for your players.
You hope that it's not the case for your players, but I know as a coach, I could not sleep the night before an elimination game.
7-point Bryan Station lead. So with this win, Bryan Station will advance to the 11th region tournament for the first time since 2018. And they're going to have a chance to win the district title perhaps on Friday if they can close out Sayre, which it looks like they will. And Faulkner out to Adams. And for Station to win this game in the 50s, that might say something about this program as Richmond weaving his way in, and that's going to put a wrap on this one. 2 class head coaches, 2 great programs going to meet at the scores table. Bryan Station advancing, and Coach Goodman Murray, wonderful game plan, great effort by his team.
Yes, just ran out of horses and ran out of gas down the stretch, but a great game plan, great preparation by he and his coaching staff for this contest.
A lot of respect from Coach Ligon towards Coach Goodman. Final tonight, Bryan Station a winner, 58-51. We'll take a timeout, wrap things up from Henry Clay High School in just a moment from Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
Well, an abbreviated post-game as we welcome you back. Bryan Station, congratulations to them. Win number 23, a hard-fought 7-point win over Sayre. This game was tied entering the fourth, but just enough plays by the guys in green.
Just enough plays down the stretch by Amari Owens goes to the line and finishes the free throws there toward the end of the game. Tayshawn Adams had a stellar game for them. Just a total team effort by Bryan Station.
Winner will take on Henry Clay Douglas. The winner will get Bryan Station on Friday night at 8 o'clock. Time now for our most outstanding player, presented by Elite Building Products. And certainly not much consternation for either team for the MOP tonight.
No, not at all. For Sayre, Brock Kaufman, he did it all. He rebounded, he defended, finished in the paint, hit a couple of tray balls. Just a great effort by him and the way to end another season for Sayre.
Thanks so much for watching us tonight. It's going to be a short one. We'll sign off. Thank you so much for watching. For producer Steve Bird, our camera operator John Strange, analyst Murray Garvin, I'm Chris LeBar. Good night from Henry Clay High School. Bryan Station, a winner in Game 2. Frederick Douglass girls, a winner in Game 1. More semifinals tomorrow night. Until then, good night from Henry Clay High School on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been IBEW Local 369, Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Meyer. Higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank. Because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.